Hey, One Digital family, this is Travis. I just want to walk you through how to take on the Habits Challenge step by step. So if you've got the email from me welcoming you, you are welcome to rewatch the session. That is this first thing. And then if you want to participate, please let me know. I'm going to add you to the dashboard. That's going to come later at the end, but at least there will be a place there for you. As well, I'm going to invite you to a very short afternoon check-in at the end of the day on Wednesdays. That is totally optional. Just please come if you are really interested in adding the reinforcement, the positive encouragement that I hope will come with that, along with the accountability. And then Heather is going to create a Teams channel just to help share some good vibes and continue that positive reinforcement. The main thing for this video is how to get your spreadsheet set up to actually track your actions. So the key thing is you want to save the attached worksheet here called the IU Weekly Scoring 2022 Your Name Here spreadsheet. IU stands for I Run, You Run. This is based on the old methodology that you'll see in the video. If you pop this open, I'm going to walk through what you're going to do. Actually, first, let me tell you, the actions are to scroll down to week 4, enter your capacity and production habits, and then set up each one with a target number of reps. How many times do you plan to do it each week? Total number of times each week that you're going to target. And then the weight is how many points out of 100 do you want to put on this action so that each time you do it, you'll earn that many points. So if you did all of your actions, the total number of target reps and the total weight, it should equal 100 points for the week. Then we're going to copy and paste it into the other weeks. So you're all set up and ready to go. And then throughout the week, you'll just come back and enter the number of times you did each action. You could do that every day. You could do it once at the end of the week. I do encourage you to do it at least every couple of days. It helps just keep these things more top of mind. So here's how we do that. You'd open up the spreadsheet. We would scroll down to week 4 because we've already actually burned through the first few weeks of the year. Here we go. There's week 4. And let's say I'm going to take on a couple of capacity actions. And the first habit I'm going to try to do is limit caffeine to 12 ounces. And I'm going to try to do that 4 days a week. Target is the number of reps per week. The weight is how many points it's worth each time you do it. I'm going to suggest that you wait on that and do it all at the end. Let's say the other thing I'm going to try to do is exercise 20 minutes. And I'm going to try to do that 4 days a week. Okay. So what I know is I want these 4 reps plus these 4 reps. If I do it, total 100 points. So I might decide that the caffeine is really the bigger hurdle. Like, let's say that's huge for me. If I'm really struggling, I can make that worth 20 points each. That means if I do it the 4 days a week, I'd get 80 of my points and I just have 20 left to allocate. And let's say that the exercise is easier for me. So 20 points divided by 4, I'm going to make that worth 5 points each. Now that's pretty unlikely. But if I did it and it looked like this throughout the week, I come back in, I say, okay, I lived without caffeine that day. I then binged on Tuesday. I got without it a couple of days in a row. And let's say I didn't do it the rest of the week. That would be a total of 3 times 20. You'll see you've earned 60 of your points. And now let's say on the exercise front, let's say I did that Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So each time you do one of these things, you would just come in and enter a 1 in the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that would add up your points and give you your score for the week. All right. Now, let's say that is extreme. If you want to adjust it, totally fine. The way I do suggest you set this up too, if you end up having more than 2 actions and it's hard, is put in the target here and make sure this adds up to 100. So let's say we want to make these a little more balanced. I'll say this is going to be worth 12 points and 12 points. Now that's 48 plus 48 is 96. You're like, oh, I got to somehow reallocate this a little bit. You could play with it a little bit if you need to. You might also say, well, let me throw one more action on there that's worth the other 4 points. Let's say that is sleep. I'm going to get to bed by 11 p.m. I say get to be. Let's make it get to bed. Okay. And let's say I'm going to try to do that 4 nights a week. And I'm going to say that's going to be worth 1 point. So then if I did it, you can see, you kind of come along here. I did that for 4 days. Boom, got to my 100. All right, you can overperform. Like I could do it, whoops, not S times, but I'll do it once every day of the week, except Monday. What I'd ask is that you only include the 100 when you're ultimately scoring. The other thing is you'll start to see it'll mess up the pie chart if you get over 100. That's okay. I mean, definitely record and give yourself all kinds of love for doing it right. But that's how you put your actions in. You set the target, you set the weight. And then once you've done that, you need to set that up for your other weeks. You'd come down, just paste it into each week, week 6, week 7, all the way down to week 12. So the quarter has 13 weeks in it. We run for 12, we pause for 1. All right, so that's kind of the rationale behind that. Now we've got to set up our production behaviors, which we're down here on week 4. And let's say for the production behavior, I'm going to complete my top 3 on to-do list. And I'm going to say that's worth 10 points. I'm sorry, I'm going to say I'm going to try to do that. This is how many days per week. I'm glad I did that just so you guys see if you're paying attention. I'm going to try to do that 4 days a week. I'm going to make that worth 10 points. And then something else, let's say I'm going to do Take Back Tuesday. I'm going to actually really try from noon to 3 Eastern time. I'm really going to try to do that. I'm just going to have it once a week, but let's say that's a big one. So I'm going to make that worth 30 points. Well, if you're wondering and you want to do the tally, then just put it over here. Say, okay, let's say I did that 4 and I did that once. Okay, we've 70. We've still got 30 points to allocate. You can either reallocate them. I could say 30 points across 4. That's add 17 to these. That's going to get us really close. Make that one worth 32. Boom, I'm at 100. So the first thing when you set this up, you got to kind of figure out your target reps and your weight. And you take that back out, you're ready to go. You would copy these, come down here, drop them in, and now every week is set up. What you'll do each week, week 4, I'm going to come in, I'm going to enter what did I do. And then when I'm done, this is where you take the next step. At the end of the week, let's say I did complete my top 3 on my to-do list. I did that. And let's say I didn't do Take Back Tuesday. Okay, I have now earned a 38 in capacity and a 68 on production. What I'm going to do is go to the shared spreadsheet, which is linked in this email. Pop that open. I'm going to come to the section that has my name on it, and I'm going to come to week 4. And what did we say we got? A 38 and a 68, and put those in. 38, 68. Voila. All right, that week is done. It is in the books. On my own, I'm going to be coming back to my spreadsheet. I'm going to scroll down on week 5, start fresh, try to get my actions in, try to work my way towards 100. By the end of that week, take those scores, go to the shared spreadsheet, put them in under week 5, put them in under week 6, week 7, week 8. You're not changing your actions every week. Otherwise, they wouldn't be habits. It's how consistently can we do them? Can we get to the target or exceed the target each and every week for the period of the entire quarter? We will wrap up at the end of March, little celebration, week 12. We'll check in and see how we do. And throughout the week, you can see how everyone else does. So that's it. If you have questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks a lot.